Hey, you sons of bitches! It's Spartacus
and Honeybee,
and we're reporting on fight nights. But I know we haven't been here for a while. We haven't posted in about 2 months because during the beautiful summer vacations, me and Honeybee and the children, we traveled a bit and we renovated the home.
We've been really busy, and now we're back at work. But here are the fight nights from August 23rd and I believe from August 30th. They were 2 Friday nights that we decided to host, and I think that's how me and Spart are probably going to have to do it. Like, we just do once a week or something like that, just till we get back in the swing of things at work, because we were both off for a whole year, which is why we started this club and got so involved.
We're back to full-time teaching, so we're going to have to manage. But you know what? Our members are awesome, and thanks to the help of Tim, Mayhem, and Native Noise, they stepped up this summer. They were able to keep the fight clubs, the fight nights going when we weren't available. So
thank you so much to those three, and to anybody else that helped them along the way, just keeping Discord running, always recruiting new members. Like, I know we have an awesome fight here too. Warning and Nuclear Fire. We've recruited some other new players that I've just finally started to get to meet in the last couple of weeks, and man, they're flipping tough. Warning was with us from a long time ago and has increased his fighting ability so much. Like, he's so tough now. I don't even know if I can take him. I'm gonna have to maybe try that tonight.
Nuclear, that was his first time fighting, I think, that night with us, and he made it to the finals against Warning. So it was a really good fight. The final fights are always really tough, and now we're doing 2-tier fights almost at every night, not only on Fridays or Sundays, because we don't always have 2 fight nights a week. So
we want everybody represented.
Those that have won a championship at least once fight together, and the others that haven't yet won a championship fight amongst themselves for the first Tier 1 championship.
Yeah, and so we actually
Tier 1 championship.
Yeah, we actually award the 2 champs that night, right? And actually that's how we've been increasing everybody's tiers, man, over the summer. I don't know what the heck happened. I was like a 3 or 4.
And then Morning won right there.
Oh yeah,
his
knocked
first
him out,
championship, which was awesome. Which
Beautiful.
brings us to the next fight of the night, which was really the rivalry of the summer.
Yeah.
These guys duked it out and fought and won at different nights, and both were fighting. Neon at this point has won 6 championships already.
Yeah.
And on that evening, I'm Taken Rage was fighting for his 6th. He was at 5.
Yeah.
And it was an epic battle.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, these guys, that's what I was about to say. I think I was at 3 or 4 champs. I don't even know what I'm at anymore, but before the summer, and then I come back, these guys all have like 6. Like, they're getting up there we can actually have 3 brackets pretty soon for some of these really hard champs that it's almost impossible to beat them now. You got to watch their style.
It was quite a wake-up call when we came up. I had one good night, but Native Noise knocked me out.
Oh yeah, that was
night.
epic.
It was really good. Yeah, so I got a wake-up call saying, you better sharpen your skills, sir, if you're going to come back here.
Oh yeah, man. Speaking of which, train engineer, right? We better get back in there training. Wow, look at these fights. And this is actually why Spartacus and me have decided that we'll just put in the last battle so that you can actually analyze their fights a little bit more and watch how they move.
Yeah, I couldn't put all of the whole fights because some of them, this one in particular, lasted almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, you cut off some of it, actually.
Our video was about a 10-minute video, so it would have taken like 3/4 of the video in and of itself.
Yeah, just to that
what I did is I picked a nice spot to start the video near the end and see like the final 2-3 minutes of each bout. Yeah. And so I'm pretty happy for what's been going on. Tim's been working around the clock, also making friends and allies.
Yes, definitely.
And
you know what?
What's going to be great, maybe in the near future, is some of them have approached us for collaborations, and we maybe bring prize nights back. Not every week, but maybe have a main event once a month with a prize or something like that. So we'll come back at you once I've
established how we're going to do that.
Those members, yeah.
Yeah, and I know Tim has been recruiting like crazy. He's a true son of a bitch, that one, man. And we've got allies with, like, I know Buffalo Soldiers and the Valkyries. I mean, full list is on Discord. You guys know it. They often have a ceasefire against each other, and they'll help each other out along the way if you guys need help, right? So if you... and a lot of those guys love player versus player shootouts, right? So
yeah,
they'll
they're part of
an
organization group called the Syndicate. So if ever you want to know more PvP contests or things like that, you can maybe approach Tim and he'll point you in the right direction.
Definitely.
Because there's all kinds of other teams and groups out there doing their thing and making this game even better.
Now this brings us back over to Friday the 30th when Trap was facing off against Abos Lament. And man, this was a great fight too this night. Like you can see, like it's going to be a long battle for you to watch it through. Everybody's getting just to such a higher level. We say that every video, but like it's so impressive to watch back our first fights. If you watch back some of our old videos, to how fast they were and how quick, and like people would knock out each other really easily. And I know I was losing like crazy at the beginning with 3 and 20. I don't know, until I finally started to learn how to counter and how to take those shots and take those hits.
Now you can see it's a negotiation of positioning, patience, and being sure you have the right distance to make sure maybe that punch will actually get through the defense.
Yeah.
So it's becoming a game of strategy and footing. So
you almost need a coach in your corner, man, to be watching those hooks for you.
Absolutely, because you have to stay focused. A 7-minute fight is actually takes a lot of mental strength to not get discouraged. And
I know a lot of the guys and girls too take off their headsets when they're fighting, just so that they don't hear us all yapping away. I don't know. We've talked about that. I'm going back to that for a little bit, Spurt, about being in game chat versus party chat. We keep trying back and forth both, but I know in game chat we have problems. You can't hear everybody all the time and distance. But then in party chat, of course, often it crashes when we're more than 16, or even more than 12 sometimes in a party.
Well, if Honeybee and I are both there, we can always try to do 2 parties, but it's not always obvious.
Yeah, so, and split that party up.
Yeah. So we'll be coming
back to that and working out some of our ideas. And you guys, man, like you're all on Discord with us, lots of you now. So if you have any ideas of what you really want us to try now in the next few months, now that we're hopefully going to be back on at least once or twice a week to keep it going and keep it rolling. And I know everybody's waiting for that update.
And Trap won it and knocked out Avis. And it was an awesome fight. Many fighters won for the first time during the summer, actually. Tim won for the first time. Native Noise won. Mayhem, Onyx, Heavy for 10K won. Miss Jojo won. Sea Monkey won for the first time. Yeah. So that was a great summer filled of new champions. And
speaking of champions, let's come back here to I Am Taken against Mad Moose. And I'm telling you,
Mad Moose, another hardcore champ. Both were sitting at 6 championships that night.
Oh my goodness!
Fighting to be the first 7-tier champ. And it was great to be together, all of us again.
Well, actually, I wasn't there that night, but you know what? When I watch back this footage, I'm so impressed, man. Like, wow, you guys seriously taken, and Moose, shout out.
Moose also had taken a hiatus during the summer, and
taken a hiatus.
Taken, who was on fire. And and so it was a rude awakening for him too. And so the competition in this league is no joke. Our champs and our fighters are getting better every time. And I need to get back to the training sessions to be able to keep up with them because I'm falling behind.
Well, me and Tim ourselves had some excellent fights in the last couple of weeks. Every time we fight each other, man, he gets me down to the very last tiny bit of health that I have left, and I'm always thinking he's just going to tap me and I'm out. But I've hung in there, Tim. So bring it, buddy. I still got it. I want to see your hands.
Rivalries are always good. As we show up, maybe you want to have these call-outs. Maybe you want to call out a champ.
Yeah.
Try to entertain a little bit, make the stakes a little higher. We need ideas maybe for the future because we do need to reshape a little bit the way we were doing things. The pace of 3 events a week is almost impossible for us to keep with our full-time teaching job.
That's true.
But other members are stepping up. Maybe you want to host one of those wacky Wednesdays or things like that, or you want to say that night
you're going to have training.
I'm taking that night. I want to host it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, you guys.
You can approach us. We'll be always available for suggestions to try to keep the league fresh and entertaining.
And there you see it. Taken is now our all-league champion with
I Am Taken
7.
Won his 7th championship. That's the highest tier we have in the league so far.
Yep.
Congratulations, Taken.
Congratulations
to all of you who came and fought during the summer and
kept our crew rolling, you guys.
Because I know it's hard to stick with a crew when it's on a hiatus, but I had to bring my Honeybee to Paris, and we did wonderful things this summer.
And send our kids to Western Canada and have our friends and family over. But you know what?
We're glad to be back.
We're
glad to hang out with you, and the last events we had were a blast. So see you guys out there, you sons of bitches.
And you get your ass to the foot, yo.